He played good. What are you talking about? It's not like he played bad. You gonna say he played bad because he didn't make the one play at the end of the game?
I don't think he played as good as his level's supposed to be.
What more did you want from him?
I want him to win the game.
Bro, if you throw for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, like, what more do you want? So he should have, thrown 450 and 4 touchdowns?
If that's what it takes to win, yes. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Juan from the Max and Juan cast. We just got done seeing all these championship games.
Some of us predicted them right. Some of us predicted them wrong. It doesn't matter because, like we said, the pick thing's over, right?
Well,
this doesn't matter.
I'm not somebody who picked them right.
I mean, I'm playing with house money, so I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to be different.
Look, what can I say, bro? I pick them when it counts. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's the equivalent to saying, hey, I'm winning you some money after I lost you a grip of money. You're still negative, my guy.
But look, man, how on a scale of 1 to 10, was it all what we expected from this weekend?
Say it was about an 8.
An 8?
Was there an amazing game?
Man, that Packers game and Bucs game looked like it was going to be a classic at first.
And then it looked like it was going to be a blowout, and then the Packers brought it back. I can't believe how the Packers lost, man. I'm shocked. I was disappointed in them.
Look, and that was a great segue, dude, because let's get into it. Fucking Aaron Rodgers, bro, and Matt LaFleur. What the fuck was that?
So you putting it all on Aaron Rodgers as Matt LaFleur?
I think it comes down to it. It came down to one play and one play only, and they didn't even get to run it. Why? Because they didn't go for it. They ain't go for it on 4th down, and they gave the ball back to the greatest quarterback of all time.
Why would that be Aaron Rodgers' fault, though? Isn't that the coach's decision to go for it on 4th down? Well, look, let's go to the 3rd down play before you answer that. He should have ran the ball, right? He should have scrambled.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to score, but I think he would have got to, the 3 or 2?
I think it would have changed the decision.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I wasn't a fan of them kicking it, but I don't think it was horrific not kicking it. Excuse me.
I think it's the fucking boneheaded move, dude. I think it's unbelievable that you give the ball back to him. I don't get how the field goal fucking helps you.
I guess you get something. So, because they were facing an uphill battle, they had to go for 2. The drop 2-point conversion, a couple drives earlier, that was killer. That really came back to bite them in the ass. Because I feel like it was partially, we have to score a touchdown and go for 2, and that's pretty hard.
Yeah, people are gonna look at the numbers from Aaron Rodgers and look at his passer rating and all that shit. I don't give a fuck, dude. Aaron Rodgers got flat out outplayed by Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the better quarterback today. Aaron Rodgers is all who this, who that, State Farm boy, all this and that. And I fucking go above Matt LaFleur's head. I don't want Mike McCarthy and all this shit. Look, man, I don't care, dude. You got that good offense. You're the number 1 offense in the league, and you fucking kick a field goal with 8 yards to go.
Look, I think you're being too hard on Aaron Rodgers, man. He did not get outplayed by Tom Brady. He was under duress all fucking game long. Dude, the Bucs O-line kicked the shit out of the Packers O-line. Rick Wagner and Billy Turner T&D'd all game. You don't put that on Aaron Rodgers. Like Shaq Barrett and JPP, they were the stars of the game on defense.
I put it all on Aaron Rodgers, bro. People want to call him the GOAT and this great quarterback. You got to show up and you got to prove it.
He did show up. What are you talking about?
Dude, he had a bad pick, first of all.
That pick was holding. The same fucking holding they didn't call at the biggest play of the game. They called it on one play, but not the other. Where's the consistency?
Look, that's the sound of a fan that is in so much in defeat, they want to blame the refs. It wasn't the refs' fault.
I'm not a fan.
It wasn't the refs' fault, though.
But you're saying that's a penalty. They got away with one. That's why he threw the pick. The guy was getting held. Look, if you're going to call it on the last play of the game, you should be calling it all fucking game long.
I disagree, man. The last play of the game, that was totally PI. He was holding his jersey. You have to call that.
The same fucking thing happened on Allen Lazard right before halftime. And look, Mike Pettin, Kevin King, Mike Pettin, what the fuck are you guys doing? That touchdown before halftime was egregious. How do you let that happen?
Yeah, that was killer. That was at that point, like you said, it was going into the direction of a blowout.
I was shocked that Green Bay came back. I think they showed me You know what you said in the week? This should be an A.J. Dillon game. He should have got the ball more. He was their best running back today. And when I said the stars of the game, Whitehead, the safety for Tampa Bay, he's got to be a star. He forced 2 fumbles on Aaron Jones. That fumble was killer, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. You could go and put it on Aaron Rodgers. Well, Aaron Jones coughed up the ball, gave them a free touchdown. They scored a minute into the half.
I'm putting in most on Rodgers, man. He was the MVP of the league this year. He was on fire, number 1 offense. You're at home. You got something to prove. You haven't been that good in NFC Championship games. I expect you to show up.
He was good.
I mean, we're not even mentioning a big play that he missed Devontae Adams on that back shoulder throw.
Oh, on the touchdown, I think they only got the field goal out of it.
Exactly.
I don't think Aaron, that was a catchable ball in my opinion, bro. I know it wasn't perfect, but I've seen Devontae Adams make that play more than he doesn't make it. And I'm just not going to agree to the narrative or the opinion that Tom Brady outplayed Aaron Rodgers. He threw 3 fucking picks. I didn't think Tom Brady played amazing. I didn't think he played bad. I thought he played good.
Really? You thought he just played good?
I thought he played good.
Half of the picks that he thrown, they were like punts. It didn't really mean anything. There were meaningless interceptions. He was
first
aggressive.
One he threw, they were driving.
He was aggressive when they needed to be. Like, that's the time to be aggressive.
Dog, if he did not throw the 3 picks, the last pick he threw, he just was scared of getting hit. He gave Green Bay life. You could feel the momentum. The game should have been a blowout. He gave Green Bay life by throwing the picks. He threw 2 of them when they were driving. The second one, it bounced off Mike Evans' hands. So it was I was like, that's kind of too high. Mike Evans could still get that. I'll give it 50-50. The one where Darnell Savage blitzed him, he just threw it up there. He didn't want to get hit.
I mean, he's smart when he
like,
does
you're not
that.
talking
That's
about
why
the
he's
Packers
been in the league
defense
for a long time.
You ain't gonna talk about the Packers defense not showing up? Where the fuck were they at all game? Dude, I think in the first half they were like 6 for 8 on 3rd down. And they were long 3rd downs.
I think that's just part of Brady being him. Like, he came out guns blazing. Right out the gates, he was hitting Mike Evans on these long balls.
Did the corner they were targeting 39, Sullivan?
Oh, yeah, right out the gates. Anytime it was man coverage, he was done for.
That's where I thought the Packers scheme let them down. And Kevin King had a rough afternoon, man. Kevin King and Sullivan were bad. And, like, I didn't see Zadarius Smith really make an impact. I didn't see Preston Smith really do much. I was more disappointed by the Packers defense. And I was shocked the Bucs whooped the Packers O-line's ass like that.
Look, man, the Bucs played really good on defense. You're not lying about that. JPP, Ndamukong Suh, that whole line. Shaq Barrett was getting some amazing timing rushes.
Dude, he looked like Von Miller, that one you're talking about.
It was great. Okay, look, it was great. But the game still came down to that one play, in my opinion. On 4th down with 8 yards to go, and they give the ball back to Tom Brady. It just makes no fucking sense. I can understand a quarterback like Josh Allen or Sam Darnold, a young guy like that. You're Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro. You know how much goddamn experience you have? And you're going to agree with that call? I'm sorry, dude. I'm getting the offense and I'm staying on the fucking field. I am not giving the ball back to the Bucs.
I agree with you that they should have went for it. But you're not going to hear me say Aaron Rodgers was bad or he didn't show up. He showed up. You can't give up 3 fucking sacks to Shaq Barrett in the NFC Championship. He wrecked the fucking game. And JPP fucking turned back the time. I guess he had 2 good hands. I haven't seen him play this good in a long-ass fucking time. All of a sudden, he wants to show up against when I picked the Packers. Thanks, JPP.
I don't know, man. I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people are making a lot of excuses up for Aaron Rodgers, and they want to give him a pass. 1 year, it's his defense. The other year, it's because Mike McCarthy. When the fuck does it end? When the fuck do we blame him?
He played good. What are you talking about? It's not like he played bad. You gonna say he played bad because he didn't make the one play at the end of the game?
I don't think he played as good as his level's supposed to be.
What more did you want from him?
I want him to win the game.
Bro, if you throw for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, like, what more do you want? So he should have, thrown 450 and 4 touchdowns?
If that's what it takes to win, yes.
Dog, it's not basketball. You can't put it all on one guy. You gonna say Tom Brady won the game but
when
Leonard
he
Fournette
wins,
wasn't making...
everyone puts it on him.
Look, I'll ask you this. Who stepped up for the Bucs other than Tom Brady in this game?
Mike Evans, Scotty Miller.
Leonard Fournette, would you throw him in there?
Yeah, he played decent.
Name one guy who stepped up for Green Bay.
Valdez-Scantling.
Who else?
Jair Alexander had a good game.
Dog, if you look at who stepped up for Green Bay compared to who stepped up for Tampa Bay, the other guys other than the quarterback stepped up and they did not step up on the Packers side.
But the game was still in his hands. I get that. That's football. I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing the game was in the quarterback's hands. It was in Green Bay's hands. They had a chance to tie the game, and they didn't do it. They didn't do their job. With all that said, with Kevin King playing like shit, the defense playing like shit, guys not stepping up, Aaron Jones getting cracked the shit out of and fumbling the ball, turnovers, all this and that, they still had a chance to win with 8 yards to go, 4th and goal, and you don't produce. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's the difference between being great and being all right. And for a guy like Aaron Rodgers that guys talk about highly, it's not enough to get done.
I think I'm going to disagree, man. I thought he did it enough to get done. The last 2 plays, the third down and then not going for it, I think that's more on the head coach. I would put more of that on Matt LaFleur. He should have ran it, and like you said, that would have changed the mentality. We're both in agreement. That was a big fuck up on his part, not running it.
That was a big fuck up.
But you can't. I'm not gonna break the play. I'm not gonna bring the game into. It's just one fucking play. Like they could have done a lot of other things. I'm not gonna put that on.
It could have been a lot of other things, but that game.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If Bakhtiari plays, how different is this game? Because I'm just saying that because we saw JPP and Shaq Barrett destroyed this game.
Of course, it would have been different, but. I mean,
I'm just curious. I'm not making that an excuse. I'm just curious to see what your take is.
Yeah, it would have been different, of course, but they played a playoff game without him.
They did. Yeah, I agree.
It is what it is. People weren't talking that shit last week.
No, I was just shocked that it made such a big impact from what we saw last week because they were great last week.
They did,
Shaq Barrett. They were just a bad matchup, I guess. And who are your big winners and losers? So I've definitely a loser for you, is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, loser Aaron Rodgers. Loser everyone on. Every DB not named Jair Alexander for the Packers. Jesus.
Kevin King's ball skills.
Oh, my goodness. And I was a big fan of Kevin King coming out of Washington. But today, my guy. Oh, my goodness. Did you see that missed time jump that he had against Mike Evans?
I was like, uh-oh. This is going to be tough.
And audience, if you guys don't know, Kevin King's like 6'2", 6'3". He's a tall cornerback.
Yeah, and then Scotty Miller just ran by him.
Look, hey,
he I don't understand. Scotty too hotty? We've been saying he's better than Antonio Brown, haven't we?
Man, that guy, he comes out and plays, dude. And you seen it last week. When Antonio Brown got hurt. He came in and he made plays. I like Scotty Miller, man. Even though we know what Antonio Brown can do because we've seen it, but so far with the Bucs, he's only had little spurts. This guy Scotty Miller has been consistent every time he's been playing for the Bucs.
Yeah, he just lost a lot of snaps to AB. I think that was Tom Brady's like, AB's my guy. I don't really trust Scotty. He's young. He's unproven. But I like the dimension of Scotty's speed to the offense.
Yeah, his speed, I feel like they have a lot of plays for him that his speed just comes in handy. Like that play at the end of the half. They ran that shit so similar in Las Vegas against the Raiders. Right at halftime, same situation too.
Can I add a loser to the mix?
Yeah, I'm guessing who it is though. Who is it?
Oh, guess.
Aaron Jones.
No. Oh, yeah, he is definitely a loser. But no, I was gonna go with Michael Thomas, aka Slant Boy, because he was talking that hot shit on Twitter.
He was.
And then Carlton Davis came back and said, I locked you up 3 times, little boy.
Now, look.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was just funny.
I just want to say this. Congratulations. Dude, Tom Brady's fucking amazing, okay? First time that they're going to have home field advantage. And
oh, here it comes.
Look,
the Tom Brady.
He's the GOAT. Come on, dog. Come on. You're going to really deny it?
Man, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Tom Brady.
No, stop. At this point,
yeah,
you're being a hater. If whoever is hating on Brady, at this point, you're just being a hater. You got to. It's like LeBron haters back in 2010.
No, they're still there.
They're still there, but a big handful of these Tom Brady fans, like, what the fuck else you're going to throw at this guy?
I can't believe Tampa Bay made it. Like, they were just so up and down this whole season. Maybe a lot of the down was just due to the COVID shit.
A lot of the but look, they clicked at the right time, dude. They peaked at the perfect time.
They did, and now that's why they're in the Super Bowl. They're going to be facing the Chiefs. We just finished watching that game. I'm going to add one more loser, State Farm. They did not get the State Farm
No, they did not get the Super Bowl.
But One of their guys made it. They didn't get the double discount, whatever they call it. Discount double check.
Yeah,
Whatever.
He
I
was
couldn't
not
think of
doing
it,
the
man.
belt though. Let's just say that.
No, he did not, man.
So look, let's get into the Chiefs and Bills game. I don't want to spend so much time on the winners because obviously we have a lot of time and we have a lot to say about the Chiefs and the Bucs, okay? I really want to get into more of the losers tonight because it's big, especially for the Packers, okay? But the Chiefs, man, they just beat the Bills. Bills did not get it done, man. It was getting heated at the end. John Feliciano was out for blood.
He was out for blood, man. That game should be since like the first play. I felt like with Stephon Diggs, he caught a ball and he was like talking like mad shit. I think it was Daniel Sorensen. They were getting into it too. Oh, little white boy Daniel.
Exactly, man. You can tell the Bills were struggling, man, because they knew their season was ending right then and there.
Can I give you a take and I want you to say like I strongly agree with, slightly agree with, or like disagree with?
Shoot it.
Tyreek Hill's fucking fast, bro.
Strongly agree. I overly strongly agree. Whatever
Let me
is
change
more
it.
than strongly agree.
I fucking hate Tyreek Hill.
Jeez, man. That guy is so fucking amazing.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Tony Romo pointed it out. It's just Tyreek Hill goes inside, and obviously your help is automatically from the inside of a receiver's release in the slot. And it's like, hey, I'm guarding him. Trey White's like right on his hip. He just turns the corner, and his speed just gets him open automatically. I'm just like, dude, how the fuck do you stop that?
They showed the two plays, like the quick out. What's it called? I forgot what the play's called. It's the sprint out,
sprint right option.
Yeah, sprint right option. They showed the one in Miami. He jumps inside and just sprints out, and the corner's like 3 yards away from him. You're like, oh my gosh. And then they showed it again, same exact thing. Tyreek Hill's game breaking, man. There's no other word for it. And his counterpart, Mecole Hardman, he started off the game rough. He almost made he just was like, let's get down by 10 real quick. We love being down by 10.
Look,
we'll be the Warriors.
I know.
Except
I know that you were going for the Bills and you're a big fan of Josh Allen. So I know you're excited when they went down 9-0, potentially 10, but they missed the extra point. But in the back of your head,
they missed it.
How much faith did you have that the fucking Chiefs were going to come back?
0, like 100%. 99%.
Dude, I was telling her, I was like, man, if I'm a Bills fan, I'm still fucking worried out of my mind. There's no fucking way the Chiefs don't come back. This is not going to be a blowout.
What's the lead got to be where you're like, they're done?
It has to be at least over 24 points.
Well, weren't the Texans up 28-0?
Fuck, dude, you're right. It has to be more. At least 35, 30.
Yeah, 5 touchdowns.
But look, hey, the Bills got off to a really good start. Their first drive was really good, man, but they wound up taking a field goal. They were aggressive right out the gates. They went for it on 4th down to start off that drive. I really liked what I seen.
That was great. That was great. It's like, what are you going to do? Like, field goals ain't going to win. Like, Sean McDermott knew. He's like, we're not going to win with field goals, so let's just go for it. I know they ended up taking one, but, like, on 4th and, like, inches, go for it.
Yeah, but, hey, they got off to that good lead. Like you said, Mecole Hardman winded up fumbling the ball.
So bad.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know why he was trying to field that.
Did you see his reaction after he fumbled it?
Yeah, just go under the jacket, dog.
Bro, he was like submerged in it. I was like, dog, come on.
So look, we know the rest of it. Okay, Mahomes winds up coming out. They score. They're off. Travis Kelce, best tight end in the league this year. Not even close. He's fucking great, dude. This game plan for them, I don't know why the Bills didn't switch it up and be a little bit more aggressive and try to knock him off his spot, press him, do something. It's just free releases all day for this guy.
So one of our keys for the game was you got to pick your poison. You got to shut down like Kelce, double team Hill. Like you got to stop one of them, right? That's what we came to. You got to like at least contain one of them.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, 9 catches, 172 yards. Travis Kelce, 13 catches, 118 yards.
Yeah.
That ain't going to get it fucking done.
Safe to say that is not going to get it done, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't give up near 300 passing yards to those guys. They had 290 yards out of Mahomes' 325 passing yards.
Yeah, that's unacceptable, man. You need, if you're playing that Bill Belichick game, man, you have to. Someone else has to beat us. Like Pringle has to make plays all day.
And that's what Tony Romo was saying, but it's like the Bills were like, we're going to play our zone. We're really good in zone. I'm like, you can't play zone against this dude. Did they even get a sack on Mahomes? It didn't seem like he was under duress that much during the game.
And if he was, he just ran out of it.
They had one sack on him. And, shout out to Patrick Mahomes' big toe, or whatever turf toe he had.
Yeah, safe to say that shit did not affect him.
I think it affected him. He didn't look as fast as he normally did. But he was still just like, you know what? You know what I saw today more from him? Just subtle movements in the pocket. And I was like, damn. That's that Tom Brady right there, man, where he's just like, I'm going to move just 1 inch to my left and I'll be fine.
We can talk about Patrick Mahomes and the offense all day, but man, how about the Chiefs defense?
You're not sold, right?
I'm sold. I was sold last week. Come
what
on,
did I tell you? I said, bro,
week.
They're just good. I don't know what it is about them.
They just get stronger. They get stronger as the stakes get higher, and they get stronger and better.
Really quick, at 1 out of 10, what's their defense? Would you say?
Right now, they're playing at a fucking 10.
Okay, you take off Tyrann Mathieu. What do you think they'd play like? I'd say a 4.
Tyrann Mathieu does do a lot, but I got to give a lot of credit to their corners today. They were fucking sticking to them.
Tony Romo was like, look at the sticky coverage. I was like, man, Josh Allen, I feel for you. You got nowhere to go with it. And these dudes are supposed to be terrible. Rashad Breeland stepped up. L'Jarius Sneed. Tre'Davious Ward.
Juan Thornhill
saw it. I just think Tyrann Mathieu's the heart and soul of their team. He just plays with such an energy that's contagious. And Chris Jones was kicking their ass again.
Everyone. Oh my goodness. Josh Allen. You talk about Aaron Rodgers being under duress. Josh Allen was running for his life tonight.
I was really impressed by Josh Allen. I know he threw a dumb pick. Would you call it dumb?
No, they were down in the game. It wasn't that dumb. Something has to happen.
Yeah, you're I got to force the issue here. Come on, Buffalo. You got to invest in the O-line or something. It was bad.
I just feel honestly, the Bills got outcoached. I hate to say it. I really love Doug McDermott and Leslie Frazier on the defensive end, but I just straight up think they got outcoached.
Well, Sean McDermott got his start under Andy Reid. So I'm sure Andy Reid's got some information on what Sean McDermott likes to do.
Because, the Bills came out, and I don't know why, but they were trying to really establish that run game. And that shit wasn't working.
They ended up with 129 rush yards, and 88 of them were from Josh Allen. That's not going to cut it in a playoff game. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But I feel like the Bills should have took a little page out of the Chiefs' game plan. A lot of underneath stuff and taking what the defense gives you. I feel like Josh Allen just, in some downs, especially early in the downs on first and second down when they passed the ball, he just was not doing that. He was looking downfield and he was trying to look for something more. And by the time that happened, it's man, we're already down by 17. It's what the fuck am I going to do?
When do you think he settled into the game? I would say midway through the second quarter. He looked really, I don't want to say nervous. He was just so high on energy. He overthrew Diggs on a out route. And I was like, damn, I haven't seen Josh Allen throw that poorly in a while.
Yeah, he was throwing a lot of high balls and just a lot of inaccurate stuff.
He was just so amped up and ready to play.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to fault him for that. We've seen young quarterbacks struggle. If I'm a Bills fan, I think this team's 1 year away.
Look,
and
I know
we see the Bills now, and they're flawed.
Yeah, they are. They're not ready. They're not. Look, the Chiefs are a really good fucking team, dude. They might be one of the best teams in the last 10 years, okay? And I'm not gonna be hard on Josh Allen like I am with Aaron Rodgers. Look, Aaron Rodgers is fucking 36 years old. This guy Josh Allen is a baby, okay? 24? He still has a fucking baby face. And a lot of people are gonna try to compare him to Patrick Mahomes. Hey, Patrick Mahomes is on a whole different fucking planet, dude. You can't compare nothing to this guy. Josh Allen, obviously, they're not ready. They need to get better. Like you said, they need to do something about their offensive line and something about their scheme versus the Chiefs, because it obviously just did not work today. They were stubborn. They didn't want to throw the ball underneath early in the game. They were trying to run the ball and they couldn't. And then on the defensive end, like you said, they sat back in that fucking zone, and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce killed them to a slow death. That's what happened.
Remember when the Chiefs couldn't throw the ball short like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Their offense has evolved, man.
Oh my goodness. It's pick your
I
poison.
know you said Patrick Mahomes is in a different league than Josh Allen, but like some of that is due to Andy Reid and the scheme he puts Patrick Mahomes in. It doesn't matter. Patrick Mahomes will be great in any scheme, but Andy Reid maximizes what Patrick Mahomes can do. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to put us in a box. You know what? I'm going to make us a short pass game, a long passing game, an intermediate. They didn't even have Sammy Watkins. They didn't skip a beat without him.
I think, like I said in the pick'ems, dude, that it didn't fucking matter if he was going to play or not. They don't need him. They're fine with Pringle.
I think you're wrong. I disagree right there. I think they're going to need him because if they play the Bucs and the Bucs take away Kelsey and Tyreek, you're going to need Sammy. I got a lot more faith in Sammy Watkins making plays than Pringle.
One thing I just
no
thought
offense,
of,
Pringles boy.
is Bill Belichick picking up a call from Tom Brady this week?
He's probably gonna be like, "What do you want? Fuck you."
He's
probably calling Andy Reid. He's like, "I got some film, some old film. I know a camera guy who's really good at Super Bowls." I'm telling you, man, who's a bigger loser, Bill Belichick or Pats fans?
Probably. Look, a lot of the Pats fans who thought that just because Brady left, it wasn't because of him. It was all Bill Belichick. I think it's obvious now. Whoever thought that Brady was a systematic quarterback is obviously wrong. The guy is great. He's fucking amazing. But I don't think that should take away from Bill Belichick. I think they just went hand in hand together. They were just a great combination.
Can I give my take on like Tom Brady's 6 rings with the Patriots?
Yeah.
I think the first 3, I give the majority of the credit to Bill, and I'd give like 60% of the credit on the last 3 to Tom.
Yeah, he definitely evolved, and the Patriots
yeah, like the
evolved.
first 3, he's a game manager. They run the ball, play defense.
The first 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm no disrespect to Tom Brady. He made some plays like against.
No,
he drove him down the field, got him in position, but they were a defense run first team,
and that's where the league was at that time. At that time, though.
Yeah, and if Patrick Mahomes came in 2002, he wouldn't be throwing the ball 40 times a game. They'd be like, all right, we're gonna establish the run, we're gonna play defense. That's what they wanted.
Yeah, that's a good fucking point, man. I would only imagine how Patrick Mahomes would be if he didn't play in this era. I wonder how different.
I would say so right now, people make a big deal on like quarterbacks throw to 5,000 yards, right? I would say like 20 years ago, 4,000 was pushing it. They're like, oh shit, 4,000, you're throwing that ball a lot.
Oh yeah. Once Kirk Cousins winded up hitting 4,000 like back to back years, they're like, yeah, I don't think this 4,000 is that big of a deal.
And like I'm not impressed anymore if a receiver gets 1,000 yards like receiving.
No.
Like I know it's good. But there were a lot of bum running backs who hit 1,000 yards rushing back in the 2000s and 1990s.
Yeah.
Because there was just more emphasis on running the ball. Now there's more emphasis on passing the ball.
Exactly. So, look, is there any final thoughts that you want to say about the Chiefs side?
Chiefs, just take the 2 weeks, get a little healthier. And I don't know. I just want Andy Reid to win. I'm going for the Chiefs.
Big loss. We forgot to mention this. Eric Fisher is done. Fisher.
Yeah.
Torn Achilles.
I mean, why do they put Achilles? Like, just put torn, bro. Like, have you ever heard of an Achilles injury that wasn't awful? Like, seriously.
Yeah, so, man, Tampa Bay is going to be facing back-to-back, with the bye week, but back-to-back teams without their left tackle, so.
And it's not like the Chiefs' O-line's been amazing. I know they were good tonight, but they rely on Mahomes a lot. I'm kind of curious to see who they're going to start at left tackle.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. But congratulations to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. They fucking did it, man. They went on fucking cruise control half of the year. They're here again, dude. They're ready to run it back. It's back-to-back years. It's fucking it's insane. And I'm so glad if they win the Super Bowl, dog, all I got to say is the Raiders the only team that beat them, bro.
You think Andy Reid is having like a double cheeseburger, excuse me?
Bro, he's having a 4x4 from In-N-Out right now.
If he wins 2 Super Bowls back to back, he gonna get like a 5x5, 6x6.
That man might have a fucking heart attack, bro.
Jesus Christ. Hey man, he like burgers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, let's talk more about the Bills. So where do the Bills go from here?
You need to draft somebody to protect Josh Allen. I think the Bills should invest in maybe a dynamic running back. No offense, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary. I've never seen two least explosive running backs. We're just solid. And you got to do something about the defense. They have no good pass rusher besides Jerry Hughes. Like Ed Oliver, he needs to be better. Like, that was a big draft for them, like getting him. I didn't really see him pop that much, did you?
No, not really nobody. Mario Addison was a no-show today. Tremaine Edmonds didn't really have that much of an impact. Nobody on their defense played well today.
They need a difference maker, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, in the trenches. Not necessarily, because they have good corners. Well, I'd say that. They have Trey White's a good corner. Levi Wallace is solid. They need to be able to play man-to-man, I feel like, and no one can really do that on their team. Like, bro, you're starting Josh Norman.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on.
How slow did Josh Norman look on that long slant play to Tyreek Hill?
Bro, you could have just walked. Like, you weren't going to catch him, my guy.
And how fast did Jordan Poyer look? Jordan Poyer caught up to him.
Yeah, he was, dude, sprinting his heart out. Like, low-key, no one's going to catch Tyreek, but he must have ran, like, 90 yards on that play just from, like, the weaving.
Yeah.
Where do you think they go?
Who knows? They might not even get back Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier might take a head coaching job in Houston, as bad as that sounds.
Because they were saying it's Eric Bieniemy or Leslie, and, now you got to take Eric. He just beat Leslie.
I know, they're like, it's whoever wins this game. I don't necessarily think it means that, but we'll see where they go from here. That, like you said, they got to get some offensive linemen in there. I love John Feliciano, but I don't think he's going to cut it. They have a guy like Deion Dawkins. That's about it.
I like Mitch Morse. He's solid.
Mitch Morse is solid.
Cody Ford got hurt this year, but he was solid. I don't know, man. They just, like, there's just too much solid on the Bills. Like, you need somebody who's really good. And they could definitely use an edge rusher, man. They're well coached. That's the thing. I think they play better than what they are because that's of how well coached they are.
Definitely. What did you think of Stephon Diggs?
I didn't think he played great. He's like, they were just playing amazing coverage, man. And Josh Allen was under duress, and I mean, he was so good the whole year. Like, they took him away. I seen him open a couple of times, and Josh Allen missed him and didn't really throw it to him. But I gave him like a 6 out of 10 for the game.
Yeah, but definitely they got something with Josh Allen. They got a really bright future. It looks like it's gonna be them and the Bills for the next 3 years, at least. At them contending at some point in the playoffs for the next 3 years.
Well, the good thing for the Bills is there's only like one good team in their division right now, the Dolphins.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
no
the Patriots are going to make a lot of noise. Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are going to make a lot of noise. And the Jets, come on. You didn't even get the number 1 pick.
Exactly.
Nice job.
So I think with the Bills, they were playing with house money as long as they ended up winning that game against the Colts. I think that was a big win for them.
Is there another team in the AFC that would have given a better fight against the Chiefs, you think? Don't say the Raiders. They don't count. They didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, man. It would have been fun to see the Ravens, maybe.
I don't think the Ravens would have been a good match. I think they would have got their butts whooped because, like, you don't bully the Kansas City defense. That, like, they stand their ground. I would have said the Colts, man.
Oh, man. Maybe. I don't think the Colts really have... I don't think they match up well. They're just not fast. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, man. Maybe
Xavier Rhodes would have scared me.
Yeah.
Xavier Rhodes, slow ass, would have scared me.
Yeah. But hey, I know you say that the Raiders didn't make the playoffs, so you can't really say them. But I mean, the Raiders did play them hard twice, dude. I feel like they played them the best out of anybody.
There's only one other team left to maybe prove you wrong on that.
Oh
front.
yeah, definitely with the Bucs. But a lot of it is in the back of my mind is the Chiefs probably would have been sleepwalking. You know what I mean? Like playing with their food.
Did this game confirm that they're the Warriors?
Damn near. If they win the championship, fucking damn near. But look,
I mean, how many points did they score the second quarter? Like 21? Yeah. 21 quick points? Jeez.
And before that hit that, who was it? Darrell Williams, I think, is their running back. When he got popped by Jordan Poyer. Remember when Romo and Nance were talking about how they haven't punted in the second half from last year's postseason? Uh-huh. That's insane. That's just a crazy fucking stat.
I don't know, man. These Chiefs.
It's gonna be good, man. I think the aftermath of it, we got what we wanted. I think if we had to go back in the beginning of the season and say, who do you want to see without bias involved? Like, of course, me and you will want to see the Eagles and the Raiders, but as just a pure football fan, I think we got the best one. We got the best Super Bowl.
I think you're right, because now you got the, like, if this game happened, if this game like goes the way we think, and say like the Chiefs win it, it's like a passing of the torch moment. Like, is there a greater passing of the torch moment?
I said it last week. I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna give my pick. I got 2 weeks to think about it, and so do you. So there's gonna be a lot of things involved going up in these 2 weeks, but definitely, man, it's definitely gonna be a passing the torch moment. How young Patrick Mahomes is, and how certain it's looking like that he's going to be the guy for the next coming years. And we all know what Brady brings. Brady's still hanging on, and he's still dominating, and he's still making fucking Super Bowls, man. 10th Super Bowl. 10th, bro. In the NFL. This is football, not basketball. In football. 10th Super Bowl.
The haters will say he lost 4 of them, though. Or what, 3 of them? How many has he lost? He lost 4, right? 2 to the Giants.
No, he lost 3. He lost to the...
Oh, this is 10th. Yeah, so yeah, 2 to the Giants, 1 to the Eagles. Man, that NFC East plays them hard, bro. Do you want to talk about the Packers for like 10 minutes?
Yeah, let's talk about them. There's a big press conference that came out from Aaron Rodgers saying that he doesn't know the future of his teammates or himself. Now, they drafted Jordan Love in the first round in the most recent draft. And this is another year that goes by that Aaron Rodgers is not playing in a Super Bowl, okay? In our last podcast, me and Max went over the woes that he had in the NFC Championship, and it happened again, man. Whether it was his fault or not, they still lost the game. So that brings up the question, how confident are you that Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Packer next year?
I'm pretty confident he's going to come back. I just hope the GM drafts for like the present and not the future, because you got to maximize it. If you believe Aaron Rodgers is the guy, I believe he's the guy. You got to maximize the window. You got to extend the window, do whatever it takes. Get this man a fucking weapon in the first round, please.
It is tough, dude. I can't believe that they never drafted him a first round receiver. He's make do with what they gave him, but man, it's tough, dude. And if it's not a bad defense, it's mediocre receivers. And if it's not that, it's a head coaching problem. I don't know, man. Matt LaFleur, back-to-back 13-3 seasons, and I'm not really that confident in him. Without Aaron Rodgers, how far does this team go? You just take out Aaron Rodgers.
They're probably gonna go 8-8, 9-7,
right?
maybe.
They're not that talented if you really look at it. Their defense played really, really great to close out the year. They stopped Derrick Henry. They played really good against the Rams, but hey, the Rams had Jared Goff. Jared Goff is not all that good. The offense for the Rams is not all that good. I would lean more that he's not going to be a Packer next year. He was already pissed.
Why, though?
He was already pissed off last year.
Oh, so you're saying it's on him, though? He don't want to come back.
No, it's on him. Of course the Packers want him back.
But what other team gives him a chance of winning?
Shit, maybe pull up Brady. Go to the fucking Colts.
What if you went to the Saints?
Exactly. There's a lot of fucking teams out there.
Oh, well, he doesn't have any weapons there either. You just got Slant Boy. You got Kamara at least.
Look, like I said, you got the Colts out there. You got the Saints. Shit, you got the Raiders.
No, he doesn't want to lose. Come on.
Oh, man. But look, I don't know, man. I don't see Aaron Rodgers being a Packer next year.
If that happens, that'd be insane. I'd bet $100 he's coming back. I'm like 90% certain he's coming back. And you know what? I would say they had a pretty good damn season. I know it's Super Bowl or bust for them, but everyone thought they were contenders. Everyone thought they were just going to get blown out in the playoffs. But you know what? They showed some heart, at least. I'll say that. I was impressed by the way they fought back in the game. Because I feel like the game was right on that point where if they didn't score that touchdown after like the fumble and touchdown, it was going to be a blowout.
Well, look, Max, I got to bring up this question. How do you look at Aaron Rodgers? I'm very curious. Like, do you look at him as a guy on Brady's level? Like, how do you really look at this guy?
I think he's more physically gifted than Brady, but I think he's had the disservice of being mismanaged for a majority of his career. And I bring that back to the Packers organization. We know are the Packers the most unique organization in football?
Yeah, because the city owns them. They don't have an owner.
I mean, for how many years of Aaron Rodgers' career did we watch the Packers, not spend money on free agency? They didn't draft him weapons.
Multiple. I would say the last 3 years they've finally been spending with some
whenever
kind
they
of
got
money.
the Smiths. They got the Smiths. That's when they were like, oh, we got you. I put him on Tom Brady's level because, one, I think the ring conversation, there's like a ring culture right now, right? Where it's like, if a guy doesn't win a ring, he sucks, right?
Yeah.
The only sport I feel like that's kind of immune to is football because, as you know, football, you can't put Tom Brady right now on the Jets and they're a Super Bowl contender. It's not like basketball where one guy has that much impact. But I do believe like he's on his level. I know he doesn't have the team success, but if you put Aaron Rodgers in Bill Belichick's system for all those years, they're going to win Super Bowls.
It's a fair point. I wouldn't argue that because I would say he's probably one of the most talented quarterbacks I have seen before I seen Patrick Mahomes. I would tell you that. And I think you hit it right on the money. He's more physically gifted than Tom Brady. But I think when it just comes down to the nitty-gritty and big games, I don't know, man. It's just he doesn't really come out to play. I feel like he needs to do more.
Can I read you a stat about Tom Brady I read today? I just thought it was interesting, and I wanted to hear your opinion on it.
What is that?
8 out of his 13 championship games, he's had a passer rating lower than 85. He's 6-2 in those games.
Yeah, that goes to show you the coaching and the team that he has around him. He's never really, that's true because he's never really had a big game in the Super Bowl. I think the most passing yards he had was in that Philly one, right? Game.
Yeah, where he torched us. I would say the two most impressive Super Bowls are the Atlanta one for him and the Eagle one because he just played great. He just dissected us. I know the Eagles cornerbacks suck ass, and I know like the Falcons ran out of gas, but I thought he was the best in the Falcons one where he willed them back to the game. You know, he had like the leadership. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go down when you look at like the whole context of everything. He's going to go down as probably one of the most mismanaged talents the NFL had. Not where the fact where it was mismanaged, but they just didn't do enough for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it's tough, dude.
He had some bad luck in there too. Let's be real. He had some bad luck.
The Seattle Seahawks one was bad luck. I'll give him that.
And I feel like sometimes he just put them in position. Like he brought them so far up the mountain, and it was like, you shouldn't even be up here, bro. It's just you. And now you're going to get destroyed by the better team, and it's going to look bad on your part. I think that's what happens sometimes. And it's like the LeBron thing, right? Where the people are going to bring up his finals record against him. How many of those teams should not have been in the finals? Like 4 of them? Like he dragged 4 teams to the finals that had no business being there.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Aaron Rodgers did a little bit. And I'm not putting him on the LeBron level, but like if you told me who's your 5 best quarterbacks, like he'd be in the class with Brady.
I think I'm more going off the Aaron Rodgers fanboys more than anything, and just saying that, calling him the GOAT, even though he has 1 Super Bowl ring. And I know you don't want to bring in Super Bowl rings into it, but I don't think he's close to Tom Brady success-wise. I've seen too much from Brady. Yes, he's been in a better system and a better situation, but you got to deal with the cards that you're dealt with, bro. And he's a great quarterback, but I just feel like he hasn't come up big in some of the biggest games of his career. And he's had some bad luck, yes, but it's football, bro. And that's what makes Tom Brady so amazing, that he's doing it in football, bro. One of the most hardest sports to win a Super Bowl. And he's doing it year after year after year. New team don't matter. 43 years old, father time don't matter. It's like, fuck, dude. It's hard to deny. It's hard to deny. And a lot of people want to compare Aaron Rodgers to Brady, so that's what I give him, okay? If you're going the route that, hey, Aaron Rodgers is just a great quarterback and, you know, he's a great talent, okay, I get you. But when you're comparing him to Brady, in my opinion, I don't think it's close as far as success-wise and what we have. You can play what ifs all you want, but the facts are Brady got 6, he got 1. Brady has more Super Bowl appearances. He has better wins under his belt. That's the way I see it.
When Aaron Rodgers went to his first Super Bowl, I would have said he's going to go to 3 more, and it's kind of shocking he hasn't gone to more.
It is. That's all I'm saying. Like, I agree with everything you're saying. Like, he's been mismanaged, and the Packers haven't really done much for him. But fuck, dude, in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, this guy is this talented and he's only been to one Super Bowl. And it's like, fuck, dude, you're that talented and you only been to one?
You know what? I'll say one thing. Everyone gave John Elway shit for never winning one, and he somehow got out with 2 at like the end of his career. I think Aaron Rodgers got more in the tank than John Elway did.
Yeah, look, his career is definitely not over. You see what Brady's doing, 43 years old.
But just imagine Patrick Mahomes, like we never saw him in a Super Bowl after this.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Like that, it's kind of like what we seen from Rodgers. If he would have made it the year after he won it, because that's the pace that Rodgers was going at.
You know, it's funny. Mahomes was 1 offsides penalty from going to 3 straight Super Bowls.
Exactly. It's crazy to think about, but yeah. But look, we're talking about teams who are mismanaging talent. We got to talk about it, man. Matthew Stafford parting ways with the Detroit Lions. Mutual. So they both agree that it's not going to work out. They hired a new guy in Dan Campbell who had the fucking legendary press conference to mention. Talking about fucking biting guys' kneecaps off.
Yeah, I was like, are you high? Like, what's going on, my guy? Like, you don't ever want to talk about biting people's kneecaps off like you're on bath salts or something.
I like it, though. I like his energy. Detroit fucking needs somebody like that.
I hope he keeps the same energy the whole year, you know? And but, can we give one shout-out to Detroit Lions for just not being assholes in agreeing to trade like Stafford?
Oh man,
like they owed him that.
I love to see. I'm so curious to see where the fuck they're gonna trade him.
Can I give you my top 3 destinations?
Yeah,
Colts, Dolphins, Raiders.
Raiders, really?
No, that one was just bullshit to screw with. You know, how about the Texans? They're gonna need a quarterback.
Who was the third team?
No, how about the Saints? It was the Saints.
Okay, I was about to say, I was going to tell you that too. I was like, why aren't the fucking Saints on there?
Imagine going from the noodle arm to the rifle arm.
Oh, my god.
Slant Boy could actually run downfield. And you know what? Really quick, you know Slant Boy said, you know, when the DB knows the quarterback can't throw deep, it's easy. Is that just confirming the noodle arm?
Yeah. And look, hey, Brady does not have a noodle arm, bro. He was fucking slinging it today.
No, he does not. And that's the difference.
That brings up the question, are the Lions making the right move?
Yeah, I think they are. You know, it's not worked out for Stafford. And when you have a guy like that who's given, 11 years, 12 years of just ass whoopings, beatings, playing hurt, I think you owe it to the guy to do right by him. And I'm glad they're doing right by Matthew Stafford. Give them a chance to win. They're in a rebuilding part of their franchise. Like, they have to rebuild. We agree on that, I'm sure. And get someone new in there. Like, let's get some new guys in there.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about, man, because I don't really see the Detroit Lions doing that. They didn't really let Calvin do that, even when Calvin was, you know, the circulating rumors that he was going to come out of retirement. It's kind of crazy to me that they're letting go. And I think me and you are both in agreement. Matthew Stafford is super underrated. And we both believe that. He's just been in a shitty situation with Detroit. And all he needs is a good environment. We think he's going to be good.
That's one thing I hate about this culture is like my dad kind of falls into it sometimes, not to, you know, bash my parents, but he's like, what the fuck's wrong with Deshaun, man? Why are they so bad? I'm like, dude, he's like, that's football. Because my dad, he's like more of a basketball guy, right? And he falls into the trap sometimes like, fucking Deshaun's supposed to be so good. How are they 3-13? I'm like, that's how shitty they are. Like, he's carrying them and they still losing. And I feel like Stafford, he carried them to a lot of respectable records and they should have been trash.
And I think it comes back to there's only a certain amount of quarterbacks in the league who can affect their team's success to a degree. I think there's only a couple of them out there. I think it's Brady, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, and that's probably it. Maybe Big Ben.
You're tripping. You forgot Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Rodgers. My bad. So much Aaron Rodgers hate, I'm forgetting about him. But wouldn't you agree? There's only a couple quarterbacks out there who, whatever you give them, whether it's the shit defense, shit receivers, they're going to get you to the playoffs or damn near.
Oh, 100%. Could you win a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford? I 100% believe
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Now, is he a quarterback that you put him on, let's say, the Jaguars, and they're going to win off bat? No, they'll get a decent record, maybe.
Yeah, I think he had some years, though, where he worked with, like, dog crap and made it work. And I hope wherever he goes, he has a running back. Because I've never seen a quarterback for 12 years not have a running back.
Oh, man. It would
Who's the best running back in the Lions era of Stafford? Like Javid Best, Joik Bell? Like, scrubs, no offense.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Detroit's a shithole. They they have not done him a service besides getting Calvin Johnson. That's it.
Well, I mean, Calvin was there before him, so you don't even give him credit for that. They got Stafford for Calvin.
Oh man, but this is such a big opportunity for Matthew Stafford. He can rewrite his career right here and now, and I hope because he's gonna have a hand in where he goes, and whether he goes to the Saints or the Colts. What do you think the Lions are gonna get for this guy?
He's got a big cap hit. He's on a big contract, but maybe like a second, third round pick. You're not going to give up a first. For him.
No,
He's
I don't.
too
I don't
old,
see
and
any team getting a first or giving them a first for Matthew Stafford.
What if the Niners were like, "Here, we'll give you Jimmy G. See if he's any good." And Jimmy G, they can cut him with very little like penalty. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Yeah, I know. I
I'm
can
just
see
being
Jimmy
deadass.
G going, but man, I would feel like you need something more besides Jimmy G.
Oh no, I'm just saying like part of it's maybe like Jimmy G in the third.
Yeah, we didn't even
Get
mention the
Stafford.
Niners. The Niners are a big play for Matthew Stafford. That's another team.
I feel like they're the team you're never gonna hear like they made a like offer and then all of a sudden they'll get traded there. Like they're just the team that's laying in the weeds, ready to pounce.
Yeah, maybe look. There's so many teams I'm thinking of right now. Shit, the Vikings.
No, they're not gonna trade him in division.
You don't think so?
No, that's too risky.
If they're not trading them in the division.
What about football team?
Yeah, Washington. Hey, Chicago. Even though I know they're in the division, but hey, Chicago needs a quarterback. The Rams can make a push at them. The
Ooh,
Rams
that
are
would
aggressive.
I just don't know what you're gonna do with Goff, man. All that dead money.
Yeah, because you can't really cut them. Yeah, that's really tough, man. Hey, don't count out New England. What if Bill Belichick gets his hands on him?
I've been active on a Reddit, and I wrote that in one of the posts. I said, if Matthew Stafford goes to New England and Bill Belichick gets a quarterback that can throw the ball, watch out. They are a player again.
Oh my goodness, man, that's gonna be scary. I think it just comes down to how big of a fan you are of Matthew Stafford. And me and you are, dude. And we have a lot of faith in Stafford. I love Stafford ever since coming out of Georgia. You got the big arm. You got the toughness. He's very underratedly clutch as a quarterback.
I hate the narrative where you're not clutch unless you do it in a playoff game. Like Matthew Stafford wins games for them on a regular basis. But I guess since it's not like in the big time, prime time, not on a big market, no one gives him credit.
Yeah, and he's played in, 2 playoff games? And he almost... Look, they should have won that game against the Dallas Cowboys that one year.
Oh, where Dallas basically was gifted the game by the refs.
Exactly. That was a big game for Detroit. Because I think the other one with against the Saints, they got blown out of the building on that one.
Isn't that the one where Calvin had like damn near 300 receiving yards?
Yeah.
That was insane, man. I wish Calvin never retired, man.
Man, for real. Hey, what if Calvin comes out of retirement and goes wherever Matthew goes?
What is he, Gronk? Little Gronk?
Oh man. Hey, what if Tampa Bay double dips? Brady retires and they pick up Stafford.
I feel like that wouldn't really be missing a beat that much.
I know.
Like,
That's
"Alright, we can still throw the ball downfield.
I know Mike Evans will fucking love that shit.
I'm very interested to see where he goes. I would say the Colts are my go-to team for him. I would bet money on the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts got to get somebody because they lost Rivers. They're quarterbackless. They're late in the draft. It's one of these.
They got Brisket.
Man, this is a great time to not have a quarterback, don't you think? There's just so many options out there, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. And, there's been talks that there might be some veterans being cut this offseason.
Yeah, you got, look,
you
I
take a chance.
I know people don't really like him as the future, but hey, even if worse comes to worse, you can end up with a guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
What about Gardner Minshew?
Gardner Minshew.
Where's he gonna be after? I know he's not great, but I'm saying like you could end up with him, and I'd be like, that's okay for like a year.
Hey, don't count out the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe they don't re-sign Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is a free agent.
Could you see Gardner Minshew having a career like Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like they already got like the similar swag. They both got like weird facial hair.
Yeah, they got that little magic, Minshew magic, Fitz magic.
Minshew mania, Fitz magic.
All right, man. So is there anything else you want to say about Patrick Mahomes or Brady?
I think a team that's primary color is red is going to win the Super Bowl.
Jeez.
Calling it now.
The Tampa Bay's not really red. They're more like crimson red.
Okay, a team of a shade of red. How about that? Whatever, man. You know what? Let's have it. Let's hope it's a good game. COVID doesn't ruin anything. Let's just hope.
How quarantined are these fucking players these next 2 weeks?
You ain't coming out the house for nothing. Mask on 24/7.
How boring is fucking media day gonna be? Because everything's gonna be Zoom.
Are they just gonna have his? Yeah, that's gonna be the most boring one ever.
Hopefully someone pulls out something and makes it exciting. How about this? Who's the most prone guy that you see getting some type of going out to some type of club or party out of both teams?
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown, fucking
I didn't even think about it.
Or besides AB.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh my God. Le'Veon
2 guys on Pittsburgh.
All right, man. Oh, one last thing. Guess the line. Opening line.
Chiefs 4.5. No, 6.5. 5.5.
That is incorrect. They starting off 3.5 point favorites. Chiefs.
Ah, whatever, man. I was close.
Isn't that crazy though? The Bucs are home field.
That don't matter.
Kind of doesn't, but yeah, I'm glad, man. We got a good Super Bowl. But with that said, let's call it, Max.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready for the Super Bowl. We got 2 weeks to figure it out.
Do you want to try doing our social media and streaming? You're not ready, dog.
I'm not ready, man. I haven't been practicing.
You fucking Aaron Rodgers boy right here.
All right, whatever, man. You know what? You can do it. You went perfect. You can do it.
All right, man. Well, the odds are that you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube are extremely high. All right. Now, if you're on Apple Podcasts, scroll down, give us a review, man. Give us a 5-star. Review us. Say what you want to say, man. Say that we're great. Say that we're better than ESPN. Whatever the hell you want, man. And on Spotify users, it's easy, bro. Press the follow button if you're not already. And on YouTube, go ahead and like this video. Comment down below. Make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, bro. It really helps us out, man. And on Instagram and Twitter, make sure you follow us on there. That is at Max_JuanCast. Maybe you can give us the Reddit.
It's just Max_JuanCast. And you know what, bro? I got up to 800 karma, which is like all the likes I've gotten over like 2 days of posting.
Max is out here, bro. We got to start screenshotting those.
You want to know my top comment?
What is that?
It was about the Eagles. It was about like who's a NFL youngster who needs a fresh start. I put trade JJ Arcega-Whiteside back to Stanford for a second-round pick. It got like 120 likes. The other one was about LeBron. I was like, people were like, oh, you know LeBron's a genius? I'm like, yeah, we've all known that. He had like remember in the playoffs when he called out like the whole set for like the whole fourth quarter?
Yeah. In
the press conference? That one got like 250 likes.
Jeez. Yeah, LeBron's IQ's out of this world.
But, you know, I'm liking it, man. I'm learning how Reddit works. I'm not getting blocked as often for posting. I don't have to fight people because, you know, I don't understand still. I'm learning. It's been fun.
Oh, man. Well, thank you to all of our followers, man. Thank you for everyone that subscribed to us, everyone that shows us love, everyone that supports us, man. We really appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We're just trying to be consistent, bro, and stay doing what we love, man.
And you know what? I forgot to mention it. You need to smash the subscribe button on every platform, just the way Jordan Whitehead smashed his helmet into Aaron Jones and made him fumble. The way Juan was smashing Aaron Rodgers' legacy with just blasphemy out the woodworks.
Oh, my gosh.
And you got to smash it. This is the most important one. You got to smash it the way Andy Reid is just smashing double cheeseburgers, post-game celebratory eating mode. Just smash the burgers, baby.
Oh, man. All right, man. With that said, it's your boy Juan. I'm out, bro.
It's Max. I'm out like Conor McGregor.
Peace.